Okay, thank you for the reply. Well, in the previous class, we have discussed about the concept of business, the concept of business environment, as well as we have discussed about the characteristics, types, scope, and business goals. Other than that, the other topics which have been discussed were internal environment, external environment, then the micro environment under external environment, and the macro environment under external environment. In today's class, we will be discussing about some objectives of business, right? Give me a moment, please. Okay. Yeah, we have discussed about few objectives of businesses. Those were economic objectives, social objectives, human objectives, national objectives, as well as global objectives, right? But in today's class, we will be discussing about few contemporary business objectives. Okay. Uh, uh, Talking about contemporary business objectives, you can mention contemporary business objectives in the question where you have been asked about uh, to describe business and business environment and discuss its characteristics, objectives in detail, right? So other than these objectives, these contemporary business objectives could be discussed in the answer. Well, coming to the very first objective, that is a sustainability. Well, under sustainability, the first one we have environmental sustainability. Well, businesses adopt eco-friendly practices, they invest in renewable energy, and also they try to reduce carbon emission to minimize their environmental footprints and contribute to sustainable future. So this was about environmental sustainability. That means कि business की activities को से environment को harm नहीं होना चाहिए, carbon emission कम होना चाहिए, and they need to invest in renewable energy, right? Next under sustainability is social sustainability. Well, talking about social sustainability, various businesses promote a diversity, they promote equity and inclusion in the workplace, right? What do we mean by these terms, diversity, equity and inclusion in workplace? इसका मतलब होता है कि हम सबको एक साथ लेकर के चलें और कोई भेदभाव, कोई भी डिफरेंसेस नहीं होना चाहिए. So that is, they promote diversity, equity and inclusion. Okay. In the workplace. Also, they support fair labor practices and engage with local communities also to create positive impact and foster more equitable society. इसका मतलब सोसाइटी को कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए ज्यादा से ज्यादा ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस या बिजनेसेस कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. ओके. Next one under sustainability we have economic sustainability. Well, there are various businesses which pursue sustainable growth strategies to balance the profitability with social and environmental responsibilities as well. Also, it ensures long-term viability and resilience in a dynamic global economy. So this is about the economic sustainability, right? So this was the first contemporary objective, that is sustainability. Next objective is innovation. Under innovation, the first side heading could be embracing technology advancement. मतलब कि जो भी नए नए टेक्नोलॉजी में एडवांसमेंट होते जाते हैं, हम उसको अपनाते जाएं अपने बिजनेस में, अपने प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में, या अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर में उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करते जाएं. उसका मतलब होता है embracing technological advancements. Well, businesses leverage emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence. You all must have heard about it. Then we have blockchain, then internet to things, and augmented reality as well. To क्या purpose है? Why do we do this? As to enhance product services and processes as well by driving innovation and competitiveness. Okay. So this was embracing technological advancement. Next one is continuous improvement under innovation, right? That is cultivating a culture of innovation and continuous improvement encourages employees to explore new ideas, right? Experiment with novel approaches and learn from failures to drive organizational growth and successes, right? अब हम कुछ नया नहीं करेंगे तो हम आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे? इसके लिए हमको थोड़ा सा रिस्क भी लेना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो दैट इज थ्रू कंटिन्यूअस इम्प्रूवमेंट. ओके. Next one, third one under innovation is adaptation to changing market trends. That is, businesses monitor market trends, consumer behavior, and competitive landscape to identify opportunities and threats, adapt their strategies, and stay ahead of the curve in an ever-evolving business environment. Okay. So that is adaptation to changing market trend. So under innovation, we have learned about embracing technological changes, continuous improvement, as well as adaptation to changing market trends. Okay. Now, the next objective of business is globalization, right? Globalization आप सभी को मालूम है, that is going international way. So under globalization, right? Under globalization, the first one is expanding operation internationally. That is, globalization enables businesses to expand their reach, domestic markets, tapping into new customer segments, assessing resources, and diversifying revenue streams while navigating cultural and regulatory and logistical challenges. So that is expanding operational internationally. Now, the next one under globalization, we have cultural awareness and sensitivity. That is, businesses operating in global market embrace cultural diversity, respect local customs, languages, and traditions, and adapt their products, marketing messages, and businesses practices to resonate with diverse audiences. So that is cultural awareness and sensitivity. Next under globalization is dealing with global competition. So how we deal with global competitors and international competitors. That is, a globalization intensifies competition as businesses, like that is for market share on a global scale, promoting companies to innovate, differentiate, and offer unique value proposition to maintain a competitive edge and sustain growth in a hyper-connected world. Okay, so that was globalization. Under this, we have studied expanding operational internationally, cultural awareness and sensitivity, as well as dealing with global competition. Now, coming to the next objective is CSR, also known as corporate social responsibility. So, under CSR, the very first objective is Philanthropy and charitable initiatives. That is, various businesses engage in philanthropic activities, like they donate to charitable trust, charitable causes, and support non-profit organization. So this is known as philanthropy and charitable initiatives. Why they do all these activities? Basically to address societal issues, okay, and improve quality of life and give back to the community they serve. Okay. Next one is ethical labor practices under CSR. Yeah, the next one is ethical labor practices. Well, businesses uphold fair labor standards, ensure safe working conditions, provide competitive wages as well as benefits, and respect worker rights, promoting dignity, equality, and empowerment in the workplace. Next, and the last one under CSR activities, we have environmental stewardship. That is, businesses implement sustainable practices, reduce environmental impact, and support conservation efforts to preserve the ecosystems, right? Also, biodiversity and natural resources as well for future generations. Okay. Also, they engage in aligning with global sustainability goals and regulatory requirement. Okay, so these are the you can call them contemporary business objectives, which you can include in your answer, right? Other than the objectives of business when you have been asked a long answer about it. Am I clear? Now, moving to the next topic, that is, this we have already discussed, that is forms of business organizations. Now, the next topic is environmental analysis. Now, this is the most important topic under business environment, because talking about business environment and not talking about the analysis part, it's incomplete, right? So analysis is you can say the heart of the subject of business environment. So you need to understand the meaning and how it is being done. So in today's class, we will discuss about the meaning of environmental analysis, then objectives and uses of analysis. Then we can talk about objectives and process, how it is being done. Also, the limitation of business and environmental analysis and how it is being organized. Other than that, we will be studying about these three types of analysis, which you can see on your screen. That is the SWOT analysis, the PEST or PESTEL analysis, as well as Porter's competitive forces model. So these are the three models which you need to study for your examination purpose when the question is being asked upon environmental analysis. And kindly note down, this one is an important topic from your examination point of view, environmental analysis. Now, talking about environmental analysis, first of all, we need to understand the meaning of the term environment. Okay. Give me a moment, please. Huh? I'll be back in a minute. So we were about to discuss about the meaning of the term, that is environment. Well, the environment surrounding of a business consists of a multitude of factors, ranging from social, cultural context to technological advancement, economic conditions, political landscape, and legal frameworks as well. Additionally, environmental concerns such as climate change and sustainability have become increasingly significant in recent years, right? When we talk about the environment. Also, the interplay of these external elements can significantly influence our business operation, market dynamics, consumer behavior, and regulatory requirements. Understanding these factors is crucial for business to effectively strategize, adapt, and thrive in their respective industries. Other than that, knowing the environment is also very important. Well, businesses employ various methods to gather insight about their environment. These includes market research, trend analysis, competitor intelligence. So where are we? Businesses employ various methods to gather insight. We were talking about their environment. These could be market research, trend analysis, competitor intelligence, and regulatory reviews, and stakeholder consultations as well. In-depth knowledge of the environment allows businesses to anticipate changes, identify emerging opportunities, and proactively address potential threats. It also enables them to align their strategies, products, and services with evolving consumer preferences, technological advancement, and regulatory shift. So that's the importance of knowing environment and knowing the environment. Okay. Next, we will talk about the objectives of environmental analysis. That is why we do environmental analysis. Okay. So what is the reason? The very first reason of doing environmental analysis is identifying the opportunities present in the market. So environmental analysis help businesses uncover new market segments, also niche opportunities and emerging trends and untapped customer needs. By identifying and capitalizing on these opportunities, businesses can gain a competitive edge and drive growth as well. Okay. Next objective is assessing threats. That is, by scanning the environment for potential risk, businesses can anticipate competitive pressures, market disruptions, regulatory changes, also economic downturns, and other threats as well that may impact their operations. This allowed them to develop contingency plan and mitigate risk effectively. So the first one was to identify the opportunities which are present in the market. Next one is assessing threats that could be harmful for your business. Next, the third objective is informing decision making. Decision making is a one thing, but when we talk about informing decision making, that means the decision which we are taking is based on facts and figures, right? We are not taking decision like on, you can say, on gut feelings. We take decision based on facts and figure, the data which we have collected. So it helps in environmental analysis helps in to take informed decision making. Also, environmental analysis provide decision makers with valuable insights and data to make informed choices regarding market entry and strategies, product development initiatives, and resource allocation, as well as strategic partnerships as well. So that is informing decision making. Fourth objective of environmental analysis is adapting to change, right? That is, we all know in today's fast-paced businesses landscape, adaptability is key to survival. If you won't adapt, you won't be able to survive in the market. So environmental analysis help businesses stay agile by enabling them to quickly respond to changing market conditions, consumer preferences, technological innovation, and regulatory requirements. So these are the basic four objectives of environmental analysis. That is why environment analysis is important and why it should be done, right? That is, it helps in identifying the opportunities. It helps in assessing threats. Then it helps in taking informed decision, as well as it helps to adapt to change, right? So these are the basic objectives of environmental analysis. Now talking about uses of environmental analysis. Why we do environmental analysis? What is the need? What is the use of it? Okay. The first use of environmental analysis is formulating strategy. That is, environmental analysis serve as the foundation for strategic planning and decision making. By understanding the external environment dynamics, businesses can formulate effective strategies that capitalize on strength. It can exploit opportunities. It mitigates weaknesses as well as counteract threats. So that is the first use of environmental analysis, that is formulating a strategy. Strategies banane ke काम में आता है. Next. Second one is risk management. Well, by knowing and by identifying potential risk and vulnerabilities in the external environment, businesses can develop risk management strategies to minimize negative impact on their operations as well as reputation and financial performance. So it helps in risk management. Okay. Now, the third one is monitoring performance. Well, environmental analysis provide businesses with benchmarks and indicators to monitor their performance relative to market trends, competitor activities, and industry standards. Also, this allows businesses to assess their progress, identify areas for improvement, and make necessary adjustment to achieve their goals. Okay, so that is monitoring the performance. And the last use of environmental analysis is enhancing competitiveness. ठीक है, competitiveness को बढ़ावा देता है. You can say healthy competitiveness. Well, in today's competitive marketplace, staying ahead of competition is very essential. You all know. Environmental analysis helps businesses stay competitive by enabling them to anticipate changes, ताकि उनको पहले से पता चल जाए what changes have to be done, have to be made, या क्या होने वाला है. Also, innovate, differentiate their offerings and deliver superior value to customers. So that is enhancing competitiveness. So we have studied 4 uses of environmental analysis. These are formulating strategies, risk management, monitoring performances, and enhance competitiveness. Now, give me a moment. Let me check the next topic. Just a minute, please. Okay. So the next topic under environmental analysis is to learn about process of environmental analysis. Well, the very first step of environmental analysis is environmental scanning. यानी कि ठीक से रीड करना हमारे environment को. So under environmental scanning, how do we read our environment? The very first thing is through data collection. That is, businesses gather data from various sources, including market research reports, industry publications, government databases, social media platforms, and you can say expert or managerial interviews. Through all these, we gather the data. Next one, how scanning could be done is known as trend analysis. Well, businesses analyze historical data and identify patterns, right? Trends and emerging issues in the external environment to anticipate future development and opportunities. So that is trend analysis. Through that, scanning is being done. Next one is under scanning, we have stakeholder analysis. We have already discussed about the concept of a stakeholder in the previous class. Well, businesses assess the interest, need, and expectations of key stakeholders. Key stakeholders कौन होते हैं? जैसे कि हमारे customers, suppliers, employees, investors, regulators, and community members, the people who live around, to understand their impact on business operation and decision making. So that is a stakeholder analysis. So the first one is scanning. And how scanning is being done? Through data collection, through trend analysis, also through stakeholder analysis, the scanning is being done. Okay. Now, the second one is, second step of environmental analysis is environmental monitoring, right? To monitor the environment. So how do we monitor? If we keep regular updates, it's possible to take regular updates. So environmental monitoring involves regular updating data, trends, and development in the external environment to stay abreast of changes that may impact the business. Okay. Also, one is regular updates, and next thing could be alert system. अगर हम कोई alert system अपने पास ready रखते हैं, तो हम environment को अच्छी तरह से monitor कर सकते हैं कि हमारे surrounding में क्या चल रहा है, दूसरे businesses क्या कर रहे हैं. तो उसके लिए we need to prepare, or we need to have a separate department or separate people who can make us alert. That is to have an alert system. Well, businesses utilize alert systems such as automated notifications are there, and real-time dashboards. Sometimes they use basically to receive timely updates and alert about critical events, emerging risks, and market shifts. Okay. So this is how environmental monitoring is being done. Next is environmental forecasting. फोरकास्टिंग के बारे में हम थोड़ा और पढ़ेंगे क्योंकि ये आपके सिलेबस में अलग से भी है. You need to mention environmental forecasting under the process as well, or a separate question may come on environmental forecasting. Okay. So the first one under forecasting is scenario planning. That is, businesses engage in scenario planning to anticipate different future scenarios, like assessing their likelihoods and potential impact, and develop strategies to adapt and thrive in each scenarios. Next one under environmental forecasting, we have risk assessment. That is, businesses conduct risk assessment to identify and prioritize business risk and vulnerabilities in the external environment, quantify their potential impact, and develop mitigation strategies to minimize their effect. Okay. Now, the next one is in excuse me for a few minutes. There is some network issues at my place. I'll be back in few minutes. Okay, just be there. Yeah, we were discussing about the uses of environmental analysis. Okay, and the process. Now, the next one was the process of environmental analysis. So the first one is to do environmental scanning. Then we have environmental monitoring. Then we have environmental forecasting. And the last one is environmental assessment. Now, the fourth one is environmental assessment. This is quite important part of doing environmental analysis. You can say the most important section of, or you can say the most important part of doing environmental analysis is environmental assessment. So, as you can see on your screen, the SWOT, PESTEL, and Porter competitive forces model, these are the part of environmental assessment only. Well, in the SWOT analysis, that is SWOT, the S stand for the strength, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and threats, T for threats. So that is SWOT analysis. Basically, it helps businesses evaluate their internal strength and weaknesses in relation to external opportunities and threats, providing is insight for strategic decision making. Okay. Also, competitor analysis is also being done, right? So that is businesses analyze competitor strength, weaknesses, strategies, and market positioning to identify competitive threats and opportunities. Also, there is one kind of assessment which is known as regulatory analysis. The regulatory analysis is basically it assesses the impact of regulatory changes, the laws and government policies, right, on their operations, also compliances requirement and competitive positioning of the business. So that is the fourth stage of environmental analysis. Okay. Now we will discuss about few limitations of environmental analysis. The first limitation of environmental analysis is incomplete information, right? When you do data collection, when you read about what is happening in the surrounding, when you get to know about your competitors, right? So the correct information is very important. It should not be like you are collecting the wrong data or from the wrong people. So the data collection should be done from the at right time, right place, and from the right people. Also, there should not be incomplete information. So, because environmental analysis may suffer from data gaps, inaccuracies could be there, or biasness could be there. Also, it leads to incomplete or unreliable assessment of external environment. जब आप डेटा ही गलत कलेक्ट करोगे तो उससे एनालिसिस कैसे ठीक से कर सकोगे? So that is the first limitation, that is incomplete information. Next one is uncertainty and complexity. That is, the external environment is inherently uncertain and complex in nature, with multiple interrelated factors like you can say dynamic interactions that make it challenging to predict future development accurately. Also, the next limitation could be over-reliance on data, लाइक कि हमने जो डेटा कलेक्ट किया है हम उसके थ्रू ही डिसीजन मेकिंग करेंगे, इट शुड नॉट बी देयर। तो ओवर रिलायंस डेटा पे नहीं होना चाहिए। तो बिजनेसेस में बिकम वेरी ओवरली रिलायंट ऑन डेटा एंड एनालिटिक्स, overlooking qualitative insight, intangible factors, and human judgment. That is very important, which can lead to tunnel vision and multiple opportunities as well, right? Next limitation is biasness and subjectivity. Well, environmental analysis may be influenced by cognitive biasness, यानी कि हमको पहले से अगर कुछ थॉट है किसी के बारे में, अगर अगर आप पूछे मुझसे उस बारे में, तो व्हाट आई विल टेल, जो ऑलरेडी मेरे पास है माइंड में, आई विल स्पीक माय माइंड फर्स्ट, राइट? सो दैट इज नोन एज cognitive biasness. Also subjective interpretation and organizational politics, leading to distorted assessments and flawed decision makings, right? Now, the last limitation of environmental analysis is resource constraints. That is, conducting comprehensive environmental analysis requires significant time, expertise, as well as resources, right? Which may be limited for smaller businesses. So, those operating in resource constraint environment. So, that is resource constraints. यानी कि हमारे पास proper resources ना होना जिससे कि हम डेटा कलेक्शन कर सकें और एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस उसके थ्रू कर सकें, राइट? सो दीज वर द बेसिक लिमिटेशंस ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस. Now the next and the last topic under environmental analysis is ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ एनालिसिस, यानी कि एनालिसिस कैसे किया जाए, उसको ऑर्गेनाइज कैसे किया जाए, राइट? तो द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज सेंट्रलाइज्ड और डिसेंट्रलाइज, यानी कि उसको सेंट्रलाइज रखा जाए या डिसेंट्रलाइज कर लिया जाए. मतलब कि जो एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस कैन बी ऑर्गेनाइज सेंट्रली with a dedicated team or department responsible for scanning, monitoring, and analyzing the environment, or decentralized it with each function area or business unit conducting its own analysis. ठीक है? तो या तो जो हमारा environmental analysis का process है, या तो वो centralize रखा जाता है या तो वो डिसेंट्रलाइज रखा जाता है. सेंट्रलाइज रखा जाता है मतलब कि जो मैनेजमेंट है दैट विल टेक केयर ऑफ द होल प्रोसेस ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस. नेक्स्ट इज डिसेंट्रलाइज. डिसेंट्रलाइज का मतलब कि जितने भी स्टेप्स होते हैं एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस में, मॉनिटरिंग है, डेटा गैदरिंग है, एनालिसिस पार्ट है, फोरकास्टिंग है, ये सारे स्टेप्स के लिए दे मेक अ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट्स, की अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट अलग अलग काम करेगा. सो दैट इज नोन एज डिसेंट्रलाइजिंग. ओके. So the first way is through doing organization of analysis is through centralized or making it decentralized. Now, the second thing could be done for organization of analysis is cross-functional collaboration. That is, effective environmental analysis often involves collaboration as well as communication across different functional areas and levels of the organization, including marketing, finance, operations, and strategic planning, right? So that is known as cross-functional collaboration. Now, the third way of doing organizing the analysis is technology, by using technology and tools, right? So that is businesses leverage technology and analytical tools such as data analytics software, market intelligence platform, and social listening tools to streamline environmental analysis, enhance data accuracy, and facilitate decision making, right? That is the third way of organizing the analysis. Now, coming to the last way of how this analysis could be done is continuous इम्प्रूवमेंट, यानी कि जो हमने पहले किया हुआ है उसी को हम इम्प्रूव कर देंगे। ज्यादा एफर्ट नहीं लगाना, कुछ नया नहीं करना, उसी में ही पहले किए वाले प्रोसेसेस में ही इम्प्रूवमेंट कर देना। Well, environmental analysis is an very important process that requires continuous monitoring, evaluation, and adaptation to remain relevant and effective in a dynamic business environment. Okay. Organizations should regularly review and update their analysis methodologies, tools, and as well as processes to single agile and responsive to changes in the external environment. So this is how environmental analysis organization is being done. Okay. Now let me check. Give me a minute. Let me check what we need to discuss next. Well, in environmental analysis, we have discussed about how it is being done, its uses, the process, the limitations, and how to organize a analysis part. Okay. Now we don't have much time, just few minutes left. We will quickly discuss about the types of environmental analysis. Okay. So over here, we have already discussed about the meaning of SWOT analysis, right? So it basically SWOT analysis aims to identify the key internal and external factors seen as important in achieving an objective of the business. So SWOT analysis is a technique used to determine and define the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of a business organization. So the first term in SWOT analysis is the strength. So it includes the things which the organization does well, then the qualities that separate the organization from the competitors. Then we have resources such as skilled and knowledgeable people, also tangible assets and intangible assets such as patents, copyrights, trademarks. Talking about weaknesses, the weaknesses may include things which the organization lacks in, things which the competitors are doing better, resource limitations, unclear unique selling proportion, that is known as USPs. So these come under weaknesses. Next, O, that is opportunities. So opportunities include untapped market for the product of the company. That means जहाँ पे and few competitors of the company's product, then emerging need of the company's product, and press and media coverage of the company. So that is the opportunities. Now coming to the threats. So that is emerging competitors. Then we have changing regulatory environment. Next one is negative press and media coverages. And the last one under threats, we have changing customer attitude towards the company. So this is all SWOT analysis is about, and SWOT stands for. Next, under the categories of analysis, we have two more analysis to study, that is PEST, also known as PEST or PESTEL analysis, and Porter's competitive forces model, which I believe we will start in the next class because it will take time to explain these two. So with this, we have done with environmental analysis class and understanding the meaning of environmental analysis. Also, we have studied about the uses, its limitation, the process. Also, one type of environmental analysis, that is SWOT analysis. The other two are remaining, which we will cover in the next class. I'm still here. If you people have any doubt, you can ask me from today's class. Okay, thank you.